And it's just like one of those things that you understand. Like otakus are like fucking like making anime very interesting. For example, like there's a new anime short titled "Me Me Me" that makes fun at them without necessarily, but they love it. They love it and they don't know. Besides those deep thinkers, and if you really reflect on the artistic message, you realize they're really making, they're really mocking their fans.
By doing what?
I'll just have to send you the link.
Alright, then I'll check it out later, I guess.
Because it's like, I find it very ironic that they love it, and they're just getting trash talked. But that's because it's different now.
Well, the thing is, I feel like people are trying too hard to get in the way of their own series. Like, the series has to unfold for itself.
Yeah.
You can't interrupt the writer all the time. I mean, yes, it's done in, real time, but the thing is that sometimes real time doesn't mean that you get to just do whatever you want, It just means that you get to see it as it's made, not that you get a choice in what it does.
Like Attack on Titan was made in like 2004, right? The first graphic novel. And instead of redrawing, because this was before his artistic skill, I'm guessing, the original story drafter, like before, like you could tell that he came back to the first chapter, because the first chapter is completely different than the rest of the book. The rest of the books, all of it, the first chapter is completely different.
Perhaps he started out with a maybe he started out with like just the art of it and just kind of going through like random scenarios and then decided to make a story out of it.
Yes. So
then it evolved into an actual series.
Like it starts off with like the first 5 pages about like the survey corps going through the forest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like coming back. Like they do in the anime. Which is awesome, but it has that same art style that they both carry and shit. And then it goes to really shit Eren and Mikasa. And it goes to like shit town. The town is so shitty. Like poorly drawn, no aspect ratio or anything. And they show like the colossal titan and he is completely different than the anime. I mean, he's still muscular. The muscle face it all, but he's really like tiny, small, itty bitty eyes, like large teeth, stretched from like ear to ear. He's completely depicted differently.
Yeah.
And there's like one page in which, when he first hits into the wall, you see the ground shake and then you see them get up. Well, it was like this shitty page of him hitting the wall. And then this excellent, like, 2014 page of everything shaking. And then it goes back to, like, 2004, them running down the street. So, I feel like some stories have really excellent ideas, and in time, they really do flesh out beautifully. And I feel like not too many animes do that.
I don't know. It depends on what you're going with, Like some of them get really planned out. Some of them just start off because you can start an anime series just from scratch and then build it as you go, and still have it completely functional. But if you go into it with an expectation for money, like Naruto's like a big series. This is a huge title production, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Versus Titan, which I feel like was just like a kind of a guy that sold it out of his house, out of his garage kind of thing. So we're talking about a corporation of money, and these guys are investing their money for a story, character designs, planning for everything. They're like, okay, we've got 1 billion pictures, we got a story that can go for like 60,000 series, but we need to crunch it down to sections like this, or do this and that. We'll have to cut out this entire episode section and reset it so that we can get the information out of it without going through as much paper. All that kind of stuff, there's a bunch of revision that happens at a full-scale level because these people have to do paperwork.
The number of Kickstarters for animes is just like, whoa. Yeah.
And I mean, you have to invest a lot of time in anime. You know, drawing's not easy. I mean, I don't draw, but I know you draw, and I know it takes time, doesn't it?
Goddamn hours.
And you know that if you were to focus all of your time on working on that you wouldn't be able to feed your family because you'd be out of a job constantly in that case. You know, because you wouldn't be able to do anything else if you were really focusing on it.
Like, they have
so you need to be supported by it.
Like, yeah, you have like this, you have small local, either group of friends or family that you work together making just the manga alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to like publish it and keep up with your deadline. And anime is just like, good luck on you, bud. Because at that point, it's just a bunch of team work, and it's like, shit.
Yeah, that's why a lot of animes probably get completed before they're actually shipped out.
Mm-hmm.
Because the actual process of shipping it out takes a lot. Because like, you have to, like, if you do like a 1080p resolution, you know, a legit HD setup,
mm-hmm.
and you put in HD graphic work, that means overlaying and overlaying and overlaying just to get the perfect scenes. And these are scenes that have to happen 60 times a second, theoretically. So now you've got to create that same scene slightly modified 1 billion times. Just so you can produce, you know, one episode for 30 minutes takes like a month almost, you know? You spend weeks on that. And then this is a series that you're expecting that's going to go for like 80 episodes or so. So, you know, this is a lifetime of work. You're dedicating years into this thing. So, you know, it's so much slower. And so when if you were doing it in real time, it's terrible because then you have to make these next videos on a deadline. It's like us with our recordings for Tuesday. We have to record Tuesday.
Yeah.
We have to record Monday so we can put out a video on Tuesday. So I have to stay up for like probably 4 more hours after this recording finishes to actually produce the video that's going to be out tomorrow at the same time as it always is. That's because, I mean, rendering itself takes 3 hours. Or, well, 4 hours possibly, depending on it. And it's for 2 videos. And sectioning has become a bit harder because the program got modified slightly, so I can't actually section it like I used to quite. But it can still be done. It's just a little bit more work around. It's not that tough, but it's annoying. It was so much easier before. I don't know why it changed. So it's just, it's not something you want to do, work on a deadline like that. What have you done?
I was just watching like this gif of like a plane and it shoots right at like the second plane, and then you see Japanese text and it blows up, and then this plane that shot at it is like, yeah, take that, Japan. And I was like, this is ironic. We were just talking about this, but
you gotta stay away from the internet, man. It's dangerous.
And it's a dangerous place. You should never went there. You just lived in my own TV world. TV world.
You're safer there. We're all safer there, Avon. Just join us. Join us, Avon.
Join us. TV and on demand and...
I didn't actually write that in.
Click to play. Fuck Trouble Bundle. Who needs internet?
I don't actually understand what this icon does too much, but I think this one's just simple routing. So I want this to go to red. Or do I? Let me see here. Actually, I might want this to go to green because I think this is the fixed one. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm building the repair station for the LZH condensers, which aren't getting produced right now. I have to look into that. But basically the way this works... Oh, I'm going to do an extra one. So the way this works is I'm going to put an LZ condenser here, and I put damaged ones in here. They'll go around to an MK2 table, which I got to craft still. That'll have redstone just stored in it, and it'll combine it with redstone if it's damaged, and it'll go back into the loop. And if it's repaired, it'll get taken and put into green, and then all the repaired ones will come here. So it'll just loop through this. It's just like it's a recursive function until it reaches fully repaired, and then it goes out and stores it. And it fills up. This chest will be full of LZ condensers.
What are LZ condensers?
LZH condensers are this. What that does is that's the coolant system for our nuclear power. Basically takes the heat and it'll just eradicate it. So I don't remember if I have to have a timer on this or not. I might. In the event I do, then it's not that bad. But I do need to get a Bluetricity power panel down here so that it can actually work.
Yeah, panel won't be too hard. Just block right here.
Not quite. I don't think I can put it on top. I think it has to be on the side of it. The great thing about these panels, though, is these solar panels are special in that they'll connect to each other, so I can actually just build a grid of it, and it'll just work. I don't have to wire each one individually.
Solar panels?
Yeah, it's a special type of solar panel for these ones. It's Bluetricity, so I need Bluetricity solar panels.
Christmas time. I hope it doesn't snow. I really do hope it doesn't snow anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't really want to go driving in it because stuff's dangerous.
I mean, like, frickin'. I mean, snow is nice. No, but it's not that nice. Not this time of year. I don't mind having a dirty Christmas.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it wasn't for the fact that the roads become dangerous.
Well, not only that, but you have to shovel, and if it's not shoveling, it's colder than it actually is. And
it's not that bad. It's annoying to shovel, though, yeah, but
it's also more...
I would rather shovel and know that I'm not going to crash into anyone on the way from A to B every day than, have to do that and have that chance of being just crashed into randomly.
Yes.
Or crashing myself, because stopping that thing's so hard, and then getting up hills is just hell. And I live on one, so it's not exactly the best.
Yeah, but you also have a garage. I mean, freaking, I have to move my vehicle. I have to legally move my vehicle. If not, I will actually get a $20 damn ticket.
What?
Yeah, because the snowplows can't take.
Restate it. I didn't.
If I don't move my vehicle, like on certain days, like I'll receive a $20 ticket because snowplows can't get by.
I didn't know that.
Well, they do get by. They just go by and they're just like, fuck you. And you get a $20 ticket.
Rip your mirror off. And then they're just like, not my fault.
Yeah, and then you get a $20 ticket. I'm thinking to myself, and that $20 ticket says, frickin' you blocked some winter emergency, you blocked the road. And I'm thinking to myself, if it's a winter emergency, let me die. For God's sake, getting a $20 ticket. Then I move my own car in front of my own house. Yeah, so I hate this state. I hate this place.
I don't know why these didn't craft. Alright, well, whatever. So I've got the LZH majig. I'll just throw it over here. Put that there. Put this here. And then I think it does need a pulse, so I'll have to. I don't think this will work quite like I want here.
F3. F3, F3, F3. 3 go, 3 go. 3 go, 3 go. How to tell if...
Maybe I could do this. Yep, that worked. Alright, so this should have power.
Hey, Chris.
What?
Nah. Don't worry about it.
You're worrying me. Alright, so I'm not sure if I'll need 2 of them or not, but there's the thing. I'll just set how's each. Now that should get moved when it has enough power to this chest on the right here. I don't know if he'll be able to do it or not. Hey, man, you're breaking up. You're crazy. You're crazy.
No. You ever have that moment where you snap back to reality? Like,
there's no reality.
Well, I was watching something. Right? I was thinking of watching something, and then I was like, "Why would you do that to your parents?" No, it's not first, but it was something else, and I was like, "Why would you do that to your parents?" And then I imagined that it was going to go down a dumb route, and that I was going to snap my keyboard. I don't know what's happening anymore. And I was like, "Fuck this! Just quit. Just fucking get off for the night out of rage, because the internet pisses me off that much." And I'm like,
Alright, well, that's close to what it needs to be.
So,
I don't think I can do much more to this device. But it's mostly working. I still need to set it up for repair station, but I don't have any damaged ones, so I really can't do much with it.
Okay, Chris, you seen this?
Oh, what? Why are you doing this?
I didn't used to do that. I did not used to do that until I met you. Just double tap the keyboard and you want to go faster with both fingers. With both hands.
What? What? Why would you do that?
Because you do it with your mouse.
What do you mean? What do you mean double tap with my mouse?
You use both hands to click fast with your mouse.
Oh. Well, that's just to steady it, more or less. I can do it without using both hands. But, the reason why is because I can get a faster reaction between, just within, a few millimeters versus long distance,
Yes.
So if I can sit at one spot and then just twitch a muscle, I can click just as fast as my muscle can process. Versus how long my entire hand can process. For that, pro leap movement, you need to be you need to clutch that. Packing up the Christmas supplies?
No. It's not just Christmas. Can't believe we did this 5 days before Christmas.
Hey, look. No one will know. It's a secret. Alright, so, the nuclear power plant's almost functional. We did what we could, but there's just no way.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I'll work in the background getting up all the rest of the items, but we're literally just about at starting up the reactor, because, we needed the uranium cells. The uranium cells are all done. We need the coolant cells to make sure this thing doesn't go off like a bomb when we start it up. And those are set out. And we already have all of the of the settings to turn it off whenever it goes too hot. So, literally everything is in place. All we need is just the resources to put into the thing, and we can do it.
So, what else do we have left? And if not, what is the emergency shut off switch?
Alright, well, for the emergency shut off switch, if you hear the alarm, it should deal with itself because the temperature thing should do it. But in the event that you hear, well, you probably won't be able to make it back to the house before it blows up. But in the event you do have the ability to make it to the house, what you do is you run downstairs, alright? We had to make sure it was as far away from the reactor as you can put it. That way, in the event the reactor goes off, you can go for a long walk before you turn it off, alright?
Before
you come downstairs.
You can warn everyone.
So you come downstairs, the alarm should be blaring, so it should... Well, I can't turn it on right now, but the alarm should be blaring, this red light should be on, indicating we're screwed, and that switch right there is the one that'll turn it off. So if you just leave it on, All right. What it'll do is it keeps sending power to it, and it'll turn it off. Now, if you ever switch it back, it'll turn back on, though. And then in the event it goes off, when you hit the alarm and the redstone, what will happen is this will toggle, turning it on automatically. But if it gets the alarm again, it'll switch it back. So you have to be careful about that. If that should ever happen, but it shouldn't. All right? I wanted to put in a lock switch, but I couldn't do it. Because it wouldn't do it on the ceiling. I could do it on the floor, but I didn't want to do it. So I mean, it's already set up, so when it overheats, it'll set off a siren and the light, and you probably won't get much out of it. Well, no, the heat temperature will be on for a while. The thermometer will be reporting constantly for a little bit, and it'll switch this. So what you'll have to do when you get that is go upstairs after you've switched this off or whatnot with this. And you make sure with this, you turn this on, and then you can flip this back and make sure, but it should be pointing that way. I'll probably put up a sign here later to depict what you're supposed to do in the event of an emergency. But then after that, you'll probably want to go upstairs and turn off the thermometer with the little switch below it, which is on the battery box. Because what that'll do is it'll stop it from blaring the alarm in the basement. And I mean, eventually we might just disable the alarm because it'll probably get annoying because this will hit the overheat point.
Mm-hmm.
But when it does that, it'll automatically turn itself off, and that's when we'll come over here and fix it. So I mean, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably set up something with the alarm, maybe a toggle switch or something that'll allow me to quickly just turn off the alarm. So there we go. It's all set to do what it needs to do. But just leave this off for now because it won't put out power while it's on, like this. So it's not wasting our power. You're going to blow up. We're all doomed.
You just say, oh, shit. Gotta get back home. Gotta run back to the house. Gotta get to the basement. To the longest hallway.
Once you get down there, you'll be safe because the explosion shouldn't reach you.
I'll be able to blow half our shit to smooth there. Don't worry, you'll be able to turn off the reactor, though.
I've put in a bunch of fail-safes that shouldn't happen. Besides, 2000
like, it should be an antimatter. It should be like a red matter nuclear power plant, right?
See, like...
And then, like, in case of emergency, it starts sucking things in, right? You get back here fast
and
enough.
then those cool it down.
hold on. You you hit this contraption and, like, set up in space somewhere. You, like, drop from a satellite. Drop a red matter, it bomb right into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ah, that would be nice. And then it's like, bam, the world saved you. With the use of our government satellites.
Well, the thing is, you should probably have a fair amount of time. It shouldn't spike up. Well, I don't know. It can get pretty drastic.
Maybe one day.
But I mean, if we go through a certain rotation or what, we should be able to make sure that the LZH condensers aren't overdone. Because the thing is, the LZH condenser will not run out of health before the first set of uranium runs out, I think.
Mm.
Or will it? Well, never mind, actually. That happened a few times, actually.
Well,
it's not too much of a problem. It's not too much of a problem. It's all safe. Everything will be fine. Nothing will go wrong. Nothing.
Alright.
We're all gonna die.
No snowballs.
We might survive most of it. Well, no, we won't. There's actually nothing that'll survive it. I don't think Quantum Suit will protect you either.
Damn. Serious?
Actually, what? It might. I don't remember.
We'll find out.
It's crashing the game recently, so if it ever happens, you won't be able to make it to the Switch because the entire server will have given up. In the event it actually fully achieves nuclear power level of over 9,000.
I thought it was over 3,000.
6,000.
7,000.
Maybe.
Sale?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.